It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Come on in, come on in. How y'all be this Wednesday? All right, friends. So I double, triple checked to make sure that Harvest Spice was still available because I'm just like looking at what Harvest Spice is full of, and I'm like, this is like a whole lot of, what did I say in my post earlier? It was like something about, well, of course, the yummy environment because of diffusing, but it was like seasonal wellness in a bottle or something. And I was like, we have got to expand on this, right? So here we have Harvest Spice, which is a blend. It's a limited time only blend. It is Tatum Pika's favorite blend ever. She's my cousin, so I always think of her anytime I see Harvest Spice. And Athena, I'm pretty sure, has been highlighting Harvest Spice diffused with vanilla chai and loving that pair. Now, vanilla chai is sold out, okay? We've already talked about this. I don't know that they're getting any more for this season, but Harvest Spice is still available. So I made sure of that before I got on here because I would hate to talk about something that was no longer available. So get it while you can, but let's dive in to Harvest Spice. So hopefully you have it. Give me some hearts if you have had it, if you have smelled it, if you have gotten it in your hot little hands, and give me wow faces if you have not, okay? So let's take a little poll. So Harvest Spice is, obviously, it's warm, it's spicy, it's cozy. It welcomes autumn, right? 'Tis the season, especially here in Georgia. We're having crisp mornings, like in the 60s. That's crisp for around here because right now it's like 95 and I'm like sweating. But it's like totally cooling off, right? So you got the crispness of the morning. But it also just really allows for just like the heartwarming holidays. Like what are upon us, okay? So you can use it throughout your home. You can diffuse it. You can use it in your DIYs. You can do all the things. You could even turn it into like a little roller with FCO and wear it like a scent. They also gave some diffuser blends. So again, lots of chatter about Harvest Spice and vanilla chai. Also Harvest Spice, bergamot, and cardamom. Harvest Spice, yellow mandarin, which is an LTO. So do you have it or do you not? I'm not sure, but you could pair it with a different citrus. And cedarwood, or Harvest Spice, patchouli, and clementine. Again, another citrus, but you can pair it with like a wild orange if you don't have clementine, okay? So let's dive in, though, to what compiles of this blend. And by the way, if you're on, say hi. Let me see if there is any loud and clear shout-outs in the house. Let me go ahead and refresh my page here so I can view the comments, and then we will dive into these. Oh my goodness, yay! Brittany, you love Harvest Spice too. Yes, girl, yes. I love that. Hey, Roslyn, how are you? Yay. What time is it where you are? You got to share that. All right, let me get back to what is inside. So first and foremost is nutmeg. Now, I have somebody, I believe she's in Louisiana, and she is always asking for nutmeg. So the minute I get off of this, I'm going to screenshot and send it to her and say, oh my goodness, here's how you can get your hands on nutmeg, because she's obsessed. She loves nutmeg. Now, this isn't a single, right? Nutmeg is in the blend of Harvest Spice. But even still, to just have that classic fall scent of nutmeg, I know she's going to be thrilled with. So let's dive into the other one. So cassia. I'm going to kind of hit different points of the blend, the oils in the blend, and why when I saw this, I thought, oh my goodness, seasonal wellness in a bottle. So cassia, while it has, several uses, and I could open up the book and I could just dive into all the uses, if you feel like you have a persistent cough that will not go away, we're talking it's been weeks, cassia or cassia, it's C-A-S-S-I-A. Put cassia on the bottom of your feet every night or morning. Both would be great, but pick one for sure. If you have a child that has a cough that cannot go away, cassia is what you want to put on the bottom of the feet. Now, let's pretend you don't have cassia. Well, in Harvest Spice, there is cassia, and your body will pull from it what it needs. So I would honestly use Harvest Spice on the bottom of the feet, hands down. Not only is your child going to smell delightful, I don't know about you, but I have 3 boys, and they play hard. And it is hot here, and they stink. And I'm like, Ugh. So, Harvest Spice will, of course they need a shower, but I just mean I wouldn't mind a nice smelling child. I really wouldn't. So cassia, which is close relatives to cinnamon, which is also in this blend, and we're going to dive on into that. And similar to cinnamon in many ways, although, can I tell you a little secret? There's actually a company, which I will leave unnamed, and they put cassia in their cinnamon and sell it as cinnamon. Now, let me tell you why that's horrendous. First of all, totally different. It's a lot of similarities, but chemical constituents and properties different. We're going to get into that. But cassia, let's say a 15 ml bottle is $20. Honestly, I don't know the price right now. A cinnamon is a 5 ml, so 15 ml versus 5 ml, for like 30 something. Okay, so we're talking triple the product for 20, which is great if you're going for price point, but not if you're ripping off your customers. You do see what I'm saying, right? They're taking a more cost-effective, cheaper, easier to produce product and selling it for a higher price point as a different oil. That's called dishonest and ripping off your customers. So cassia has a lot of good points, and we want to dive into those, but we do not want to mislead, misguide, and cheat customers by selling it as cinnamon, okay? So cassia is a go-to when it comes to the colder months, particularly when you're talking about coughs, especially coughs that linger, okay? So dive into eucalyptus. It's also in the blend. Now, eucalyptus, as you know, great for cleansing, great for purifying, incredibly uplifting and refreshing scent, and it can often just offer a stress-free environment. Why? Because when you can breathe deep and you can take good breaths, you actually reduce the stress, okay? So while this is an absolutely just comfy, cozy. Hey, Karen, speaking of eucalyptus, you gave a shout out to eucalyptus and it totally helped your puppy. Yay. I'm so grateful. So you have mostly the spiciness of harvest spice. You've got a little bit of that crispness with the eucalyptus, okay? Now, eucalyptus is great when it comes to cold and flu season. You can use it on the spine. I love that. You can use it across the forehead. I love to pair it with lavender along the spine to break any fever or bring it down into the safe space. Great for diffusing if you don't feel well, if you're opening airways. And so again, what another incredible oil to be right here in this blend that is going to aid you for the months to come. Right now, we're all outside. We're enjoying the sun. We're getting vitamin D. There's, of course, things going around. I feel like cold and flu season has extended to like 11 and a half months out of the year, right? But there's nothing like feeling awful when you can't get outside and get fresh air. You can't get out and get your vitamin D. It's rainy. It's cold out. It's dreary, right? And so into those fall, the cold and flu season months, what an incredible blend. We've talked about nutmeg just in the spice world. We've talked about cassia and how that aids the coughs. We've talked about eucalyptus and how that aids the bronchioles. Let's talk about cinnamon bark. Asia girl, make sure the door is shut all the way, but you can come say hi if you want. The boys are at the baseball field, so it's just the girls and I, or the girl and I, just the girls. So cinnamon bark, oh my goodness, if you have been around me any length of time, listen, cinnamon, never, ever, ever be without cinnamon. Now, you can find cinnamon on guard and you can find cinnamon in harvest spice. Cinnamon, in testing, has been tested against every virus, bacteria, and fungi, and none, I repeat, none, that's zero zilch nada, can live in the presence of pure cinnamon. So friends, zero zilch nada, she's saying that in the background. So friends, listen to me. You have incredible tools on your home front, medicinal properties. In fact, I'm going to tell you what happened to me on Monday, and I'm going to go ahead and show you live after I talk about my testimony. It's funny because every live I'm coming with different testimonies, which is great, right? I use the oils too. I use them on my babies. I use them on myself. Use them in our home. Use them on anybody who will let me oil them up. Like I showed up to a podcast recording yesterday, and I brought one of the guys Supermint beadlets because he's obsessed, and another gal peppermint, doTERRA's peppermint, because she uses a DIY body scrub. She uses it in her. She makes her own toothpaste with it, like all the things, right? So if I can get oils on people, like I'm all about it, right? But cinnamon is in this blend, and there is nothing that can live in the presence of cinnamon. We're talking test upon test upon test upon test upon test. That is so, 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 so incredible. No wonder hospitals are catching wind of doTERRA. And I'm telling you, they diffuse doTERRA. They don't diffuse yuck brands, compromised brands. You know, I do this because I'm like, they have a itty bitty little bit of essential oil in them and the rest is fillers. So cinnamon bark, spicy, sweet, well-known, well-loved, incredible when it comes to medicinal properties. And it, of course, contains those cleansing properties as well. All right, we've got 2 more to go over. Cedar wood, which is woodsy, it's grounding, right? It's calming, great one to diffuse at night. Now, I will tell you, I am still sleeping like a baby because I am literally doing the sleep system. Remember our sleep challenge? I hope you jumped on it. If not, start it when you can. Order the things, start it when you can. I kid you not, I'm sleeping like a baby and I'm loving every second of it. So cedarwood is great for bedtime, but cedarwood in this, again, you have all those spicy notes with the nutmeg and the cassia, the cinnamon. We haven't talked about the clove yet. You've got the refreshing note of the eucalyptus and you've got just the rootiness, the grounded, the earthy tones of the cedarwood. But again, cedarwood is calming. Cedarwood, do you remember, this was way back when, this will show how long you've been with me or not. There are wet coughs that need to be mucus zapped, and there are dry coughs where the lungs actually need to be nourished, okay? So eucalyptus is one of those ones where you would want to use for the, hold on, get in my brain, wet cough, because again, you need the zap the mucus, okay? That would be a eucalyptus and a lemon type combo that you would want for that type of cough. Whereas the cedar wood is great for a dry cough. Your lungs need to be nourished. They need to be just loved on. Just think of like cedarwood as this very thick oil that can just wrap itself around your lungs and just give it an extra long hug. Because when you have a dry cough, it's often painful, right? And your lungs need to be just like sticky nourishment. So cedarwood is one of those ones that's great for a dry cough. So it encourages just, again, an environment of just balance, wellness, and because of the calming properties, the relaxation, okay? So I find it interesting that you have the cedarwood and the cassia that are great when it comes to the cough. Again, we're talking all about harvest spice if you're just joining us. You have eucalyptus that's great for just the airways and opening up the lung cavities, right? You have the cinnamon that's a heavy hitter when it comes to any sort of virus, bacteria, and fungi. So goodbye, anything that wants to pummel you. And then you have clove. Now clove, I don't know if you remember this tip, but I was talking with Rebecca Parting the other day. She says anytime she feels something come on, she pops a capsule of clove. Now Rebecca, if you listen to this, she normally listens to it the following morning around like 4 or 5 a.m. when she gets ready for work. How many drops of clove are you doing in your capsule, Rebecca? Are you doing 4? Are you doing 5? Are you doing 3? What are you doing? She's probably hardcore and does about 6. I don't know. But tell us in the comments. Because anytime you use clove in a capsule by itself, you can even do it by itself. It literally just like, I don't know what it does. Yes, it's nature's best antioxidant, which is great. But it's like the clove is just going hard after anything that is taxing your system when it comes to just a bug that wants to attach itself to you. And the clove just straight up kicks it out. And so Rebecca was testifying to that and its amazingness in just any time. And she's a nurse, y'all. So she's around all of the yuck all of the time. And so for her to be around that, not only does her immune system, it's probably very strong actually, but it needs to also be completely high functioning because she can't just be like out, down for the count. Like she's got nursing to do, okay? So clove is, it's warming, it's powerful, it's a stimulant. It also contains cleansing properties. So again, not only is this oil blend cleansing just you on the inside, but think about when you're diffusing it in your home. Cleansing your airways, cleansing the airborne pathogens in your house. Oh my goodness, this might have to go up on YouTube. Sometimes I just go off on these tangents and I'm like, if people knew what they could get their hands on, if they could snuff out the candles, which aren't good for them anyway, and full of carcinogens, let's pronounce it right, and they could actually just diffuse, like last week we talked about the mist, plug them in with harvest spice, you're good to go. You're so good to go. You just plug it in and leave it. It's amazing. All right, those are the final, well, those are the 6. So nutmeg, cassia, eucalyptus, cinnamon bark, clove, and cedarwood. Okay? So I'm going to go back to my live here and see if anybody is saying anything. 9 a.m. Thursday. So right here, it's 5 p.m. East Coast, and Roslyn, it is 9 a.m. for her. The next day, the following day, Thursday. Okay, Karen is talking about how it's great for kennel cough. So I'm thinking that was back at the eucalyptus because she posted a testimony on the page here. Friends, listen, we are about to embark in September. And if you heard my live last week, this is for the U.S. market. I think I can offer it to Canada. I'm so sorry, Rosalind. I actually don't think it can be offered to your market. But we want to make sure that people know about options. There are so many people who think they either just have to be sick and suffer, or they have to go the medical route. Now, I am not against doctors. I love doctors. My dad's a doctor, actually. But I never want somebody to feel like they're stuck in a system with no options. And so if we can help them learn about some super simple, friends, like we can break it down so simple for them into a simple daily routine where it's not overwhelming. They don't need every oil that doTERRA offers, although we love them all. They don't need every product that doTERRA offers, even though we love them all. They don't need every household product that doTERRA offers, although we love them all. It's like, listen, just let them know a couple different tools that they can get in their tool belt, they can have on their home front, where they feel prepared for things that come their way. They feel like they can aid their babies when their babies aren't feeling well. And it doesn't matter how old your baby is. How much do you know that, like, you could have a newborn and they're your baby, but you could, like, have a 20-year-old that comes home from college and they're your baby? You know, like, once you're a mom, like, they're always your baby. So anyways, like, let's talk about how we can make sure people really get to hear about these things. And because of the different program that doTERRA is offering, they're actually allowing for me to hook people up with freebies, and there's nothing better than a freebie. Okay, so wholesale prices, best bang for your buck, and freebies. So, all right, friends. Well, I don't see any questions coming in. I think we hit a whole lot of goodness in this live. I hope you got a lot out of it. If you're just jumping on, go ahead and catch the replay. I don't think you can put Harvest Spice in your cart. You can either, place an order before the end of August, or pray that it's there. Well, say hi, sister girl. Oh, show them your new haircut. They haven't seen your new hair. Oh, she's being shy. Anyways, if it is still available in September, you can go ahead and, there she is. You can go ahead and add that to a September order and push it through. But like I said, we went all over Harvest Spice today, and it is a power packing blend. So get it while you can before it sells out. All right, friends, I was on strict orders to, once my live is done, show them your face, cheeky, that I would go in, start ground beef for burritos so that we can head on to our Wednesday. There she is, our Wednesday church service. So, all right, y'all, chat with you soon next week, same time, same place, I assume. But a whole new month. Have a fabulous Labor Day weekend. We have a birthday this weekend, so I don't know. What should we do for the birthday?
Which birthday?
We should probably sleep. Oh,
No!
Sleep sounds nice. Bye.